trying to break the stalemate over a new gambling law. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. When there's an announcement that there's a rocket going up at Cape Canaveral, I always hope that's a clear day.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know we can see it from here on the clear days. And I remember seeing, I was over on the west coast of Florida, not of the country. I was by the Gulf of Mexico, and I knew that one of the space shuttles was going up. I almost said Challenger. I don't know which one it was. But anyway, one of the shuttles was going to go up, and I found an opening on a hill. It was very dark. I can't remember if it was early morning or late at night, but the point is it was dark out. And I thought, I wonder if I'll be able to see it. I'm kind of far. And the thing lit the sky. It was unbelievable how easy it was to see it that night. It was just an amazing thing. And I've always loved the whole space program. I remember as a kid going to Cape Kennedy. God, I probably was in like junior high school or something like that. And I just was in awe of everything. So that's why it's such an honor to have Dr. Stanley Love on the phone. He has been an astronaut since 1998. He has helped plan for human exploration of asteroids, the moon, and Mars. It goes on and on and on. You just can imagine all of his credentials. And he's going to be speaking at the Dolphin Hotel in Disney World on Saturday, this coming Saturday at 4:30 at the annual conference of the Society for Industrial and Organizational Psychology. He wants to talk to us. He's going to talk then about why it's hard to send humans to Mars. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Dr. Love. Good morning, sir. What an honor.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
There's nobody I wanted to talk to more on this list today. Everybody on this list is like,
yes.
Can we do the astronaut? I heard Robin call your office, and I love the way the lady answered the phone. Astronaut office.
She's so wonderful. The young lady. She's beautiful.
Yeah, we have wonderful people here.
Astronauts are like rock stars to us. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So, I like to tell people, except for the music, drugs, money, women, and fame, it's exactly like being a rock star.
Oh, that's too funny. So where are you right now? Are you in Texas?
Yeah, I'm in Houston, Texas here, looking out over the coastal plains.
Oh my gosh! And you coming to Florida on Saturday?
That's correct.
So you don't get nervous flying at all, do you? You've been in a rocket ship, so.
Well, if I'm at the controls, I'm paying close attention. But flying a commercial airliner doesn't bother me one bit.
Oh, okay. So sending humans to Mars, I have trouble with this. Isn't there like nothing up there? There's no water, no nothing, right?
Well, comparatively, in empty space there is absolutely nothing. Mars is a really fascinating place. It has weather, has mountains and canyons and big polar ice caps, and we think there might have been oceans in the past and maybe microbes living deep underneath the surface. So there's a lot of interesting stuff to do on Mars. But it is an awful long ways off.
Yeah. How long will it take to get there with today's technology?
Today's technology, probably 6 to 9 months one way.
Wow.
And then you can't just turn around and come back. You got to wait for the planets to line up right, or when you get back to the Earth isn't there, and that's super embarrassing. So you're probably 3 years in space total. Is
Elon Musk biting off more than he can chew? He wants to send somebody there.
He sure does, and he's very excited about it, and he has a lot of young, bright engineers who don't know that what they're doing is impossible, so they may do it anyway.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Yeah, I guess that's
so amazing. No limits.
But
it's really hard.
But I'm always afraid they're going to send somebody up there and they're going to have like no more life. They're just done. And I don't mean as far as breathing. Maybe they'll be living and breathing, but there's nobody to talk to. You can't go to the movies. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to bring everything you need with you, just like the old explorers did hundreds of years ago when they explored the Earth in wooden ships.
Yeah.
Everything you're going to have to, everything you want, you bring with you. That's part of what makes going to Mars so difficult. All that food, all those spare parts, all those DVD movies. You'll probably bring them. Probably all fit in your watch by the time we get to go. Because the data storage is getting so good. And then when you get there, there is a lot of just exploring to do. So if you want to go to a movie theater, you're out of luck, right? If you want to go in a swimming pool, you're out of luck. But if you are a geologist or a biologist or atmospheric scientist, you're gonna be in heaven. There's gonna be a lot of cool stuff to do there.
You'll be in heaven. I like that. You'll be in the heavens.
Yeah.
So how does it benefit us? How does going to Mars benefit the rest of humanity?
It's always hard to answer that. I mean, how did going to the moon benefit us? As a country, we are deservedly proud of it. I mean, it was an amazing experience. And 1,000 years from now, what they may remember, if they remember only one thing about the 20th century, is that's when we went to the moon. Going to Mars is going to be a similar step. I think exploring makes us better people. It's a challenge. We have to match our wits against the worst that nature can throw against us. We have to improve our engineering, our computers. We have to make our people better to withstand those long durations away from friends and family and still keep an even keel. I think it makes us better as people. It's like a big version of going to college.
Okay, but we have hardly explored the moon. How come we're not just going back to the moon?
Oh, excellent question, and those questions can only be answered in Washington, D.C. But your point is well raised. We have been to 12 carefully selected safe spots on the moon and nowhere else. And there's probably some more exploring we could do a lot closer to home.
I love the fact that you are still excited by this. I mean, gosh, you flew the final shuttle mission. You did 2 spacewalks.
Oh, that's not true. I did not fly the final one. I didn't fly the final one. No, I flew in 2008 on STS-122. One of my office mates flew on the final one. But yes, I did spacewalks. But this is the coolest job in the world. Okay, I'm privileged to be here. I love space. I love exploration, and anybody who's not excited about it probably better go get a different job.
I just love talking to you. I mean, just the idea that you've been up in space. What was it like the first time? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. My first time, then you tell me your first time. My first time seeing the Grand Canyon was like unbelievable. I no picture ever did it justice. Was it the same thing for you going into space?
Yeah, it's like that. The first time you look down at the Earth going by, and it's just amazing. My background is in astronomy, so I'm used to thinking about moons and planets and stars and things like that, but the Earth just took my breath away. It was just so gorgeous, and there were so many things to see, the mountains and the clouds and the oceans and everything going by underneath you at quite a good rate, by the way. So that takes some getting used to. But it was even more amazing looking at the horizon of the Earth, and at the right time of our orbit, we could see the moon coming up over the horizon of the Earth.
Wow.
And the moon, which looks bright and beautiful here from the surface of the Earth, it looks really kind of small and dirty, whereas the Earth just has these amazing colors and things changing all the time, and the moon, of course, is just completely changeless. So it really was a strong contrast to me. I was surprised. I think the Earth really is the most interesting thing in space.
And you really do a good job protecting the Earth. I mean, Larry had a news story last week about this asteroid that was like 1 million miles away that could cause a potential threat to the Earth and come crashing into it. So you guys also protect us from that.
So yes, NASA is worldwide basically the only organization that's looking into how, first of all, finding asteroids that could possibly hit us, and then how we might protect the Earth from those asteroids if we had to. So far, we've found many thousands of asteroids that come close to the Earth, but none on a collision course. But we're working hard on developing the techniques that we would need to prevent that terrible catastrophe from happening, which I think is just amazing. You guys live in hurricane country just like we do here in Houston, right? Mm-hmm. When a hurricane comes, you can't stop it. You can evacuate, you can stock up on food and water, you can, put gas in the car and do all those stuff, but you can't do anything about the hurricane. But an asteroid impact, we could just stop it from happening entirely with the technology that we have today, which I think is amazing, and it's something I personally have worked on quite a bit as well.
It seems like the space program also brings the countries together. I mean, if Russia and the United States are getting along up in the space station, then we should be able to get along down here, huh?
You'd hope. And even though politics between our countries are not at their highest point right now, up on space station, our cooperation is still seamless. I'm very proud of the way that our astronaut corps and the Russians cosmonauts have been working together, and our space programs are still handling our mutual relationship very well, even though at other levels of our government there's a lot of disagreement.
Yeah. Doctor, thank you for being on the air. I know you've got other things to do. Have fun in Florida, and we can come see you, right? This is going to be at Disney World at the Dolphin Hotel.
I don't know if the talk is open, but I'll be there, and I think I'm doing a few other interviews and media opportunities while I'm there.
Oh, really? It might not be. Oh, we have to call there to find out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know that off the top of my head.
All right. Why it's hard to send humans to Mars. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to be with us, Doctor.
You're welcome, and thanks for the great questions.
Dr. Stanley Love, what an awesome interview. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.